Afternoon to the Whalecoin Talk community. Today we have an AMA with Inverse Protocol. Here to speak about the project is Dennis, Fabian and Marco. So yeah, guys, if we could start with the core team's background and experience with crypto, that'd be great.
Yeah, guys. So basically, I will just start introducing myself. I'm Dennis. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Germany. Been into crypto for a long time. Really love crypto, do it daily, and just really following it. I'm the CMO of both projects, basically Inverse Protocol and SafeChain Token, or first project, and I'm leading all the marketing together with Marco.
So, hi guys, my name is Marco. I'm 23 and also from Germany. And yeah, like Dennis said, I'm the marketing manager for Inverse Protocol and SafeChain Token. And I always been an investor in crypto, but 1 year ago I started with Dennis and Fabian, SafeChain Token, Inverse Protocol. So yeah.
All right, so my name is Fabian. I'm the CEO and founder of the Inverse Protocol. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Germany. So before I entered the crypto sphere, I basically was involved in online gaming. So to say it better, in MMORPGs. So I developed my own online games. I've done that for over 3 years, I think. Pretty successful. So to keep a comparison, we had like with our most successful project, we had like over 100,000 registered accounts. And on peak hours, we had like 10 to 15,000 online players at the same time. So when other projects in that space had like 2 to 3,000 players at the same time, so it was really good. After like 3 years, the space like vanished, and then after that, I moved to crypto. First, also as an investor, like I think I was pretty early investor into XRP, and then I moved to other coins. And after a longer time, I discovered the Binance Smart Chain, which was really interesting to me because I mean I saw a lot of projects that did pretty well, and after that I began to study how to make smart contracts, how to build on the Binance Smart Chain, and last year in October we came out with our first project, the SafeChain token, which was also pretty successful. We had like 30x with from the pre-sale price. So we started at I think 0.002 and managed to get an all-time high at 6 cents and a market cap of 12.5 million. So it was a really good ride. We also built a lot of utility over there, like we published a staking platform, which was heavily used by our investors. We had like over 100,000 in TBL at some point. And in May, we will launch our spot platform. And yeah, now we're coming up with the Inverse protocol, and that's what we're talking about today.
But yeah, while you bring that up, the SafeChain token, I'm seeing that you're probably going to be doing like partnerships with Inverse Protocol because you're planning a swap platform in the future with Inverse Protocol, yeah.
Yes, right. We're trying to like combine both projects. So with the SafeChain token, we already built some utility for that project, and we try to merge them both together. Like we try to use also the staking platform for Inverse, and as I already said, in May, the SafeChain swap will launch. So we also want to launch the Inverse protocol on our own swap platform besides PancakeSwap. So yeah, so that's the background of the SafeChain token.
Great. So yeah, if we can go into the Inverse Protocol token, it's got 400,000% APY. You get sort of compound interest every 15 minutes, I think. So yeah, if we could just sort of go through with the investors how it works in the Inverse Protocol token.
Yes, right. As you already said, the Inverse Protocol is auto staking and compounding protocol. You can earn like 2% on your investment every day. That sums up to 400,000 in 1 year. If you don't sell, of course. So it's like calculated with the compounding. We have a lot of function built into the smart contract to keep the price sustainable. Like we have a treasury, a small portion of every buy and sell goes directly to the treasury. From the treasury, we will fund more products that we want to develop. And we will also fund a lot of marketing for after the launch. So the thing is, those kind of protocols only work with a lot of volume and new investors and a lot of engagement. So we know that, and we really want to use a lot of funds for marketing to keep the price sustainable. We also have an insurance fund. The insurance fund is like a backing for the treasury. So this gives us another chance to keep the price up. For example, if you have a Black Swan event, that when the price is coming down real fast, real quick, we have the possibility to buy up tokens to get the price back up. And we also have a fire pit where also some tokens go, they are like stored in the fire pit, and then we go ahead and we will do a token burn every day to reduce the circulating supply and also keep the price sustainable. Besides all the basic protocol functions, we already started to build more utility for the Inverse ecosystem. For example, we already built a working app that's already live. Marco is sharing it right now. Here you can see our app. With the app, you have like every data you need to know about the project. Like you can see the price, you can see the market cap, you can see the treasury value, the holders, how many tokens are burned. So basically, instead of going to CoinMarketCap or going to BSC scan, you now have a dashboard where you can basically see all the stats of the Inverse protocol. If you go to the account section, you can connect your wallet on the top right with like MetaMask or any other wallet provider, and then you can see your personal stats. So, for example, you can for sure see your balance, the current APY, when the next rebase happens, your share of the total supply, your daily earnings. And what's also very cool is that you can see your total earnings. So after 20 days, you can go to the dashboard, connect your wallet, and you can see how much you earned so far to keep track on your investment. And then we also have a calculator. With the calculator, you can basically calculate how much return of investment you do in a certain date range. So, for example, you can just look how much return you will do in like 10 days, 20 days, 1 year, how you wish. You can also do like your investment based off the calculator. If you say, I want to have a passive income of $50 a day, you could calculate how much you have to put in to get a passive income of $50 a day at a certain token price. From the app itself, you can also directly go to the swap, to PancakeSwap, and you can also go to our documentation. On our documentation, you basically have everything you need to know about the project. Everything is written in detail. You can read about the treasury, for example. the insurance fund, the fire pit. Everything is there. You can see the buy and sell fees. You can look up for our audits. You can look up the smart contract. So basically, it's the best place to do your own research about the project. You will find everything over there. Yes. And the next thing that we have in our pipeline is our Nft Marketplace. So that's the first real utility that we are currently building. So the inverse Nft Marketplace is currently only in its beta phase. So it's not possible to do any big things with it right now. It's just for demonstration purposes to see how it will look in the future. We have currently our own collection hosted there. So basically, we have currently an exclusive Nft collection competition. The collection has 10 NFTs. It's called the Inverse Lions Club. In the collection, you have 7 normal NFTs and 3 rare NFTs. The rare ones are in diamond, golden, and silver. And as I said, it's a competition, so we will give those 10 NFTs to the 10 top contributors to our fair launch. If you look on the marketplace, as I said, you can wait a second. You can go on the left side, for example, on the next button. Yeah, you will have here the NFT live bidding. It's like an auction system, so you can see all live auctions on that interface. You can also filter, and then you can directly bid on an NFT that you like. On the next button, maybe you can show it. There you will have all collections sorted. You can also filter it as you wish, like games, arts, and all other stuff. So basically, it's very cool with all the filter options. So you can also see what's trending right now, what are hot NFTs, and so on. And yeah, you can go to the next button, please. Then for sure you can create your own items. So as I said, currently it's only our own NFT collection, but in the future it will be open for everyone. So everyone can register with their wallet, and then they can create as many NFTs as they want. They basically have to upload the NFT here, put all the information, and then they can list it on our platform. Right, we can go. The next is like a browser, same thing, all with the filter options, and there you can browse through all categories. Also, as you can see in the filter, there will be lots of different categories like games, art, and so on. And the last to show you will be the settings. Here you can basically completely customize your own profile. You can upload your own profile picture. You can set your own descriptions. You can link all your social media, and we can also see what NFTs you have listed. Yeah. So that's the NFT Marketplace for now. We are thinking of launching it first only on the BSC blockchain. And after, we want to expand to also other chains like Polygon, Matic, maybe Avalanche. And in the future, I think there will be even more chains supported on the platform. Also, we are planning to accept inverse on the platform. So this will be a huge factor for the ecosystem. So people will buy inverse to buy NFTs on our platform, and from the royalties, we will go and we will burn and buy back even more inverse. So this will ensure that the price will be very, very sustainable over the time.
Right,
So those are,
if we can,
yes.
That's great. So that's another burn feature. But yeah, if we can go back to the auto token burn you're planning with the fire pit, you said it was
Yes.
going to be daily. I've seen them done weekly, but not daily. So I was wondering, are you going to do that for the first few weeks or first month? How will that work for the buyback and burns?
So we have observed like other rebase tokens, and we've seen that most of them do like weekly burns and buybacks, or not even weekly. They do it just when they want to. And we said the best thing would be to do it daily because the impact is much higher. I mean, if you do a burn every day, for example, you have like an event every day in the chat. So people will be happy to see when will be the next burn. People will be hyped for the burn events. So we want to keep the hype up, and therefore we will do a daily burn, and also we will try to do buybacks every day and not like once a week for one good candle, and then the price will come down. I think it's more sustainable to do it every day.
Great, yeah, that's a great idea because with a positive rebase weekly, more tokens are sort of created than burned. But by doing it daily, it will actually support the price chart on the inverse protocol.
Yes, right.
Okay, let's go on to, you've got the auto liquidity engine as well. Every 48 hours, that will be supporting the liquidity in the inverse protocol token. Yeah.
Yeah, we also have that like every 2 days there will be BNB and inverse paired to the liquidity. So the liquidity pool will be getting bigger every 2 days. So this ensures that even if there is like bigger sales, there's always enough liquidity to facilitate those sell orders. Yes.
Right. And with the inverse protocol, what's it like compared to the competition like Libero and Titano, which have been a huge success?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we also have seen that there are a lot of other projects doing that. I mean, if you go to PinkSale or other launch pads, I mean, the thing is, there are a lot of other projects, and APY is also getting bigger and bigger. I mean, I've seen, I think, like projects with 3 million in APY or even more. I already deployed the contract like, I don't know, 40 days ago, something like that. At that time, there don't were that much projects out there. We've chosen to also keep with a lower APY, so 400,000 should be an APY that we can control. For comparison, I'm also following Safu. Safu has like, I think, 380,000 in APY, and the price is pretty much sustainable. So and they don't even do like daily burns and buybacks. So I think we can pretty much control the price very good with that. And also most of the other projects don't have any utility. So we have already utility before we even launch, and we also have utility with the other project that is already finished, like a staking platform and a swap. So as we come out on the market, there will be multiple utility products already live, which will be good for the ecosystem, which will be good for the price as well. So and we also plan to expand that. So we always have like new ideas. So there will be certainly more products in the future. So, for example, with the NFT Marketplace and our NFT collection, you could somehow think of something like a P2E game where you can use the NFTs in-game. That's a possibility. And there are a lot of other things that we could build in the future. So we're always open for suggestions, and we are also, we always want to evolve a project over the time. And I think we can pretty much do that. With the treasury funds, we also have enough. We will have enough funds for development and for marketing as well. So marketing-wise, we also have a lot of things planned. If you want, Dennis, you could potentially speak a little bit about the marketing that will happen.
Yeah, sure. So talking in general, we have planned a lot of marketing. We personally are really hyped about it. We're starting a buying competition today. So if anyone is in here that already thinks like, hey, I want to rest a little bit, you could get a 2 BNB reward for that one. We have the AMA in here today, which we're really pleased about. I think it's a great channel here. Tomorrow we are in the future launch. I think everybody that has been to the BSC space for a while knows them. We also got big Twitter influencers like Butcher. I think some of them may know him as well. Also got a shilling competition. So in case you're a shiller or anything, we got up to $200 rewards. So just join our army if you want to after the AMA. And just, basically every big call group we got. It's at Launchpad, we got Phoenix Holdings, we got Rock Free House, we got Alcohols, Venom, and on the last day we even got Trufflet. So I think marketing-wise, we're set up pretty good. I think this will result in a lot of traffic to both Inverse and SafeChain token.
And with the Treasury, I was wondering if you're planning a DAO for the Inverse protocol to be a governance token with voting rights for investors.
Could you please repeat that real quick? I don't got the whole message.
Yeah. With the Treasury, I was wondering if you're planning a DAO with voting rights for the investors.
A DAO. It's also good suggestion. I mean, I've looked over it already because I also like the concept of it. So basically, you have like tokens and people can stake them and have a voting right, and they can like bring in proposals for the project and so on. So I think in the future we could do something like that. I already did some research if it's possible also on the Binance Smart Chain, because I only saw it on Ethereum until now. But I think on Binance Smart Chain should be also possible to build something like that. So basically I really like the concept. So it gives power back to the investors, and they can they can also be a part of the future of the project. I mean, if they come in with good proposals and most of the community likes something like that, why not? It's a pretty cool feature. So yeah.
With the Inverse protocol token, I'm wondering if you're looking to go cross-chain, multi-chain in the future as well.
That's also a pretty good idea. So for now, as you know, we will launch on the Binance Smart Chain first, but eventually we could also launch on different chains. To be honest, I did not look into it that much yet. I've seen that other projects did that. So basically they have contracts also on Ethereum, Avalanche, and other chains. We could look into that, but I don't think that we will do something like that in the near future. So maybe in the next few months, that could be a possibility to also expand the ecosystem over other communities. Right? Yes.
Right. And with the buys and sells, how does the tax work for investors? What's the breakdown of where that goes and how much it is?
Yeah, you have, Martin, could you eventually open the documentation again? We have like 14% in buys and 16% in sells. The breakdown is for buying 4% is going to the LP, 5% is going to the insurance fund, 2.5% is going to the treasury, and another 2.5% is going to the fire pit. For the selling fees, you have 4% to the LP, 5 to the insurance fund, 5.5 going to the treasury, and 2.5 going to the fire pit. So a little bit higher sell than buying fee.
With the fire pit, the 2.5% burns daily. How long are you planning to do that? What are you going to burn? Maybe half the supply, or will it be a cut-off?
As I already said, we are trying to do a burn every day, so we will see how much percent of the supply is landing into the fire pit. Maybe we can do a bigger burn in the beginning, and then we will really do like daily burns as much as possible. So not like bringing it down to zero, because it's good that it also gets a portion of the circulating supply. But we will do like really daily burns as much as possible.
And I think you've had a solid proof already, and the team's doxed, which is good for investors.
Yes. We also we already worked with solid proof before with Section Token, so we did our smart contract audit and our KYC together with them, and we also did in KYC together with PinkSale. So pretty much double KYC and audit with solid proof. And the audit report is also very good. We finished it with flying colors, so no major issues, not even that much minor issues. So pretty much really good audit report.
Great. And with the Inverse Lions Club NFTs, did you say it will be the top 10 holders that will get one of them NFTs, or is it the highest bidder? I sort of like you could put the bid in on the website.
It will be the highest contributors to the fair launch. So if the highest contributor to the fair launch contributed like 20 BNB, the rarest NFT will go to him, and then it will go down. So in total, you will have 10 people that win those NFTs with the highest contribution. So what's also pretty good with the NFTs is that every NFT has like a certain inverse amount with it. So the rare ones have an amount of 50 inverse. So whenever you want, you could redeem those NFTs back to us, and you will get 50 inverse for that, no matter what the price is. And for the rare ones, you have like the diamond is 1000 inverse, the silver is 500 inverse, and the bronze, the golden is 500 and the silver is 250. So basically, whenever you want, you could give them back to us. If, for example, when the price is like 100 inverse for 1 BNB, you would get 10 BNB for that NFT in reward. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to hold those NFTs, and it's pretty unique. And also for the future, if there is another NFT drop from us, you will automatically get a whitelist spot. So it's also good to hold them for that. And yeah, later when the NFT Marketplace is online, you could also sell it for inverse or for BNB on our marketplace.
Great. And what's the sort of timeline for the NFT Marketplace launching?
So currently it's still in the beta phase. So I think we will need another 3 to 4 weeks at least to finish it. So I think at least yeah, 1 month after the launch, it should definitely be ready. Maybe even 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. So not like in 3 to 4 to 5 months, something like that. It will be ready pretty much shortly after the launch.
Right, let's open it up to the rest of the team. If anyone's got a question for the Inverse Protocol team, Fabian or Dennis, go here.
Yes.
Yeah, Glenn, I was listening in, and I like that you guys have thought out of, creating some extra utilities for the token, and you already mentioned that you've deployed the contract more than a month ago, so you've been thinking about it for a while, and that's good to hear. I'm curious about the treasury. You mentioned there's a 2% treasury fund, and I'm curious how will you use the treasury? Are you looking at sort of diversifying the portfolio to kind of grow it, or what's the plan?
So first of all, thanks for your question. So the plan for now is to use those funds mainly for marketing in the beginning. So marketing is very, very expensive. We want to do marketing on very good channels and with YouTubers that have a lot of viewers and followers. Also, we want to run like Pucon ads on a high budget. So a good percentage of the treasury will be used for marketing in the beginning to get the price higher and to build up more momentum, more investors, and so on. And after that, we will also use it for more products. So building more utility. As I already said, we're finishing the NFT marketplace, and then we will expand to other products. And for those, we will definitely use the treasury funds. And yes, so about that, what you mentioned with like building a portfolio, that was nothing that we had on our mind, but maybe it would be good to do it with a portion of those funds. I mean, growing the treasury is always good, but I don't think it would be good with too big amount because there's always risk with trading, and I don't want to risk treasury funds. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. And you mentioned the future utilities and all this. What do you guys have in mind? If you can tell us, I don't know, maybe like a higher APY if you stake some tokens, or adding a referral system, or anything like that.
Yeah, so the first one is the Nft Marketplace. That's an exclusive utility only for the Inverse protocol. We already have a staking platform with our first token, the SafeChain token. We will explore functionalities to get the Inverse tokens also into the staking platform. For that, we have to optimize the staking smart contracts because currently they can't handle rebase tokens or reflections. So we have to optimize the contracts, and then we could also integrate Inverse into the staking platform. We will also integrate Inverse into the swap platform. The swap platform will also get some more functions over time with like farming, for example. So you could possibly put in your Inverse to farm like other tokens. That's also pretty good for some investors. I think they like that. And yeah, we will discuss other possibilities. I think there is a lot that can be done in this space, and I think we are creative enough to find suitable products for our ecosystem.
Yeah, it sounds good as long as you're looking for new and interesting ways, for people to get engaged. That could be super lucrative for everybody. And I'm
Yes.
just gonna ask you because I know a lot of people are familiar with sort of how forward positive rebasing works, but maybe for some of the new listeners, maybe you can give like a quick overview on how it works and how the APY is sustainable and stuff like this.
Yeah, sure. So basically, you have like an initial token supply. Uh, for our token, it is 350,000, and every 15 minutes the supply is expanding. So the additional tokens are distributed to all the holders, and normally with rebase tokens, when they expand their circulation supply, uh, certainly the price will decrease, and therefore we have a lot of things to keep the price up. For example, with the treasury, with the insurance fund, with the auto add liquidity, to keep the price up and the APY sustainable.
All right, cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, too.
Okay, I'll open it up to questions from investors in a second. But you said that you're doing a fair launch. I take it there wasn't any private sale, and that's going to be on pink sale. What's the date and what's the soft cap and hard cap you're looking to raise?
Yes, right. So basically, there was no private sale. We have a fair launch on pink sale. The soft cap was only 10 BNB, so we could have put anything, but we said like 10 BNB for a guaranteed start. Currently, we have like, I don't know, over 50 BNB, something like that. With all the marketing that we have planned, we reach for a lot more, so at least 500. But I think something like in the 1000 range could be also possible. So as much as we can raise, it will help for the future because we will have a lot more funds to keep everything going. I mean, you guys know it. Marketing is very costly, and yeah, so every extra BNB going to the treasury is good for the growth in the future. So we are aiming for like definitely over 500, and everything above 1000 would be a very good start for the project itself.
Great. Did you say it's live now already for investors to get involved with the Inverse Protocol token?
Yes, right. If you want, you can share the link here in the chat if possible.
It is.
In the shared AMA chat, send that into the main chat for you, or DM me, and I'll post that in the main chat for our investors. So let's move on and open it up for investors. Syed, you had a question for the Inverse Protocol team. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. Okay, so on your website, I have read about this inverse line club NFTs, and you also mentioned that there will be 10 in number, and top 10 contributor in the fair launch will be airdropped with these NFTs. So I was wondering that will the holders be able to sell these NFT if they want to, and will the next buyer get all the benefits attached to these NFTs like whitelist for NFTs coming in future as well?
Yes. So if you get an NFT, you can redeem the NFT at any time back to us. So as I already said, the normal NFTs have a fixed amount of 50 inverse, and the rare ones have a much bigger amount. Like the first one is 1000, and 500 and 250. So basically, you could win it in the competition and directly redeem it back to us, and you will get the amount back. Then if they are being redeemed to us, they are not going to another investor at the moment. They will be then put back on the NFT marketplace later, as soon as the NFT marketplace is available. And if somebody else catches on there, for sure they will also get the same benefits with the whitelisting.
Okay, understood. So you are developing your own NFT marketplace. So I was just wondering that as there are many well-established marketplace out there in the space, so I know you had want to make a utility out of it, but why did you decide to develop your own NFT marketplace, and how will it compete against other marketplaces in the space?
So first of all, NFTs are pretty much hyped nowadays. So if you look at some collections, for example, the Moonbirds. I don't know if you heard about it. They launched like one week before, and one of those NFTs sold today for over 1 million. So it's a very emerging market, and we also want to take a share of that. So the best is to do our own NFT marketplace and bring it into our own ecosystem to benefit the inverse token itself. For competition, we have to look more into the revenue streams from other NFT marketplace to see where we can get an edge over them. So maybe we can beat them with like fees or something else. That's something we have to elaborate in the team before we launch the platform. But we will do like a comparison between all the big players like OpenSea, Looks Rare, and maybe some other marketplaces, and then we will look for an edge to be a real competitor to them over the time.
Thank you for explaining that. Moving to my final question. So I want to know that the rebasing process, it will be done manually or it will be totally automatic?
It will be automatic every 50 minutes. So we can also do it manually, but it's automatic every 50 minutes.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for asking.
Okay, great. And I see, you're going to implement the staking and the swap that you've got with Safe Chain token into the inverse protocol token as well. So they're going to be working together. I'm wondering how the staking works at Safe Chain token. Is it like lock staking, unlock staking, and what the sort of timeline is for integrating that into the inverse protocol token?
Yes, so for now it's lock staking. You have 3 different staking periods. You have 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. So basically your tokens are locked in that time. You can't withdraw it, and you have to leave it in the staking smart contract. So this is pretty good because that ensures that there's not too much selling pressure ongoing. And we will also do that for the inverse protocol. We also will go for locked staking because in general, it is definitely better than flexible staking. I mean, for the project itself, it's more better because there is not that much selling pressure. For an investor, flexible staking is better because they could take out their tokens when they see that the price is dropping. But for the ecosystem itself, locked staking is better. So we will go with locked staking again. So the products will be 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. And we will try to integrate the new smart contracts into the platform as soon as possible. I think it won't take too long. Should be possible in 2 to 3 weeks maximum after the launch. Should be ready then.
Okay, Fabian, and will there be a tax into the staking pool and out the staking pool?
There will be no tax. So the staking contracts are excluded from any fees. So we think that's the best because, I mean, who wants to lose a portion of its funds by staking tokens? So we will definitely whitelist the staking smart contract. So you won't have to pay any fees for moving funds in and out. So yes.
Let's move it on to Aisha. You had a question for the inverse protocol team, or Fabian here. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. Okay, on your white paper, I've read that Inverse Protocol will be offering highest fixed APY in the market at around 400% for the first 12 months. I was wondering that how much will the APY decrease after 12 months and what will be the expected lifespan of the Inverse Protocol? Did you get my question?
Yeah, sorry, I had a small problem. So yes, you're right. For the first 12 months, it will be 400,000. After that, it will drop down. I mean, I could share it real quick in the group. Give me a second. Ich kann es gar nicht sharen. So could you maybe also rephrase the last part of your question, because I only got the first part.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was saying that what will be the expected lifespan of the Inverse Protocol project?
Yeah, so basically the protocol was built to last 13.5 years. So that's when the last rebase will happen. After that, the total supply of 3.25 billion tokens will be minted. So that's the lifespan of the protocol itself.
Okay, understood. Okay. Actually, I have done some research on rebasing tokens or rebasing projects today, and that's why I want to ask that rebasing token creators can manipulate the price data any way that they want, because they have total control over the circulating supply. I want to know that how will you convince the investors that you are not just making the chart look better to attract investors to stake?
I mean, it's with every project. If you have a good developer, a good team, you possibly have a good token. If you have a developer with bad intentions, you have a bad project. So we are trying to keep the price as sustainable and natural growing as possible. And we don't try to manipulate the price down or something like that. So everything is in place to keep the price sustainable. And if we see bigger price drops, we will buy back tokens. And yeah, we pretty much want to have the price stable, because if the price is stable, it's the best way those protocols work. So for example, if we can keep the price sustainable at $200, for example, you could basically sell your rebase rewards every day to generate a passive income without so much changing price. So, for example, if the price is changing every day by 30%, something like that, it's really hard to have a steady passive income, because someday your tokens are worth $10, the other days they are worth $30. So it's hard to sell it constantly. So what we want to try is to really keep the price on a sustainable level, so pretty steady, and the rest will be done by investors. If the price goes up, it's good. If the price goes down, we try to bring it back up.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Thank you. Okay, last quick question from my side. I want to know that is the Inverse protocol contract developed from the scratch, or it's fork contract?
So I pretty much inspired myself from the Safo contract. So we took a part from that and optimized some things on it. We changed the API and some other functions. And yeah, so it was not completely written by ourselves, but it's not only a fork, it has still some optimizations.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you for answering all my questions.
Thanks for asking.
Right, let's move on to Venice. Venice, you had a question for the Inverse Protocol team. Go ahead.
Yeah, again, thank you so much. Actually, there are a lot of similar projects of auto checking and rebase rewards, as some of them use bonds to support their project. So I was wondering, will you also use bonds so that you can sell them in future to make your project sustainable?
I also heard of that, but we won't use bonds. So yeah, I looked into it. I don't like it. People can lose a lot of money with that, and I don't want to have bonds in our contract. That's why we choose not to go with it.
Okay, and high APY projects need a very big liquidity to sustain the rewards. I mean, if there are 1,000 plus holders who invested $1,000 each when the token launched, held their tokens for approximately 365 days, and sold all the tokens in the same week, wouldn't the token crash significantly? I mean, you will have unlimited transactions in a day. I'm just trying to understand what could happen if a thousand of holders began selling off their thousands of profit in tokens during the same time a year from now. So, what would happen?
I mean, I think that applies to every project. If everyone sells in one day, the price is going down. So I think that has nothing to do with uh, the project we do. We have enough things to keep the price up, as I said already before. Yeah, we try to get people staying with us with products that we launch. We want to engage them with our NFT marketplace so that they will have fun and that they will spend their inverse on the platform. And we also want to bring all the inverse holders to staking their tokens so they will be not able to sell. So your scenario couldn't happen in that case. And yeah, so if the price goes down, we try to buy back as much as possible. But if everyone sells at once, yeah, every project would be dead.
Yeah, but I think it's different, slightly different with your project because giving high rebase rewards to holders that hold for like a year, then if someone is having $1,000 and holding it for a year, then they will have a lot of money in a year. So I was curious to ask, and thank you so much for answering my question.
That's true.
Move on.
For that, okay. What?
No, yeah, if you want to reply, sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that we have the auto add liquidity function for that, so that the LP is growing every 2 days. And for sure, we try to get as much investors into the project to grow the LP. And I don't think that such an event that he described will happen with our project.
Right, so let's move on to Reese James. You had a question for the Inverse Protocol team. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Jones.
Yeah.
I'm good. How
Hear
are
me?
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this question. I want to ask, how does your project plan to protect NFT rights? Like, you know what I mean? Is that many projects allows NFT holders to download image and sell them and print them as NFT. This will lead to a devaluation in the NFT rights. So how does your project plan to protect NFT rights?
I don't understand the question. Sorry. You mean what happens if they copy the NFT or what?
Yeah, I'm talking about, many projects allows and many platform allows to download images on NFT and print them on NFT and sell them. So how do you plan to protect NFT rights?
Basically, NFTs are not working like that. You can't copy and paste those. Um, if you go to OpenSea, for example, only NFTs that are listed in a certain collections are the ones that get bought or sold. So you could have fun as much as you want and copy our NFTs, and nobody will buy it. So there is no protection that we have to do. We know the NFTs. We have the token IDs on the blockchain. We know which ones are the right ones and which one would be fake. So there will be no problem. maybe for the future, we could add some symbols on the NFTs on the marketplace. So for official collections, we can add verified badges. We can also add like verified badges on the NFTs itself, so that people can see if it is a real NFT or not. But basically, if you, as an investor, do your research, you could or you should find out which NFTs are the real ones and which are the fake ones.
Yeah, thank you very much for that answer. And moving on to my next question, I want to ask, how do you plan to deal with the market fluctuation of cryptocurrency, and how do you plan to protect your investors from it? You get that?
No, please repeat again.
No, I said, how do you plan to deal with market fluctuation of cryptocurrency and protect your investors from it?
Glenn, can you translate?
Yeah, it's basically how you the floor price, maybe in the project, market fluctuations with the sort of top market cap coins going up and down quite a lot nowadays. Yeah, but obviously we have discussed the auto token burns, which supports the floor price, and the inverse fund. So there's a lot of things that are supporting the floor price. I mean, it is different for APY sort of tokens because they can just explode to 10, 100 million market cap quite quickly, whether the market's in a bear or a bull market.
That's true. Right. All right. Should we go for another question, or?
Yeah, we'll take one more.
Okay.
Nice. You had it. Inverse protocol. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I have a recent scenario of the APY project having a lot of returns, or let me say APY being given to me, but the value of the token becomes so less. So I want to know, how do you intend to improve the value of your token while giving the APY to your investors?
I think we also answered that already.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Okay, so if we can do maybe a recap for people that have joined in the middle of the call, Fabian, about the Inverse Protocol project, that'd be great.
All right. So if you weren't here from the start, so we are the founders from the Inverse Protocol. The Inverse Protocol itself is a auto-staking and compounding protocol. It's not like every other rebase token. We have a lot of utility planned for the future. We have our own app already live. You can watch it over our website. We also have an NFT Marketplace, which is currently in the beta phase and will be released next month. We also have an NFT competition ongoing currently with 10 exclusive NFTs, which gives you a great advantage in the future. You can redeem your NFTs for a certain inverse amount, and you also get a whitelist spot for future collections. We're also planning to develop a lot of more utility. We already have utility with our other project, the Station token. We will integrate the Inverse Protocol into the staking platform of Station token, and we will also integrate the Inverse Protocol into our own swap. So we will have two DEXs instead of only PancakeSwap, which is really great. And we have a lot planned also in marketing. Dennis, if you want, you can also do a marketing recap again. And yeah.
Yeah, sure. So basically, for everybody that was not in here, as I've mentioned, all the marketing we have planned for this week. Speaking in general, we have chosen to plan all the marketing, or let's say the main marketing, the most percentage in the last week. So we thought that this would result in a lot of traffic and heat, because, as I mentioned earlier, we have basically every big call group. For example, tomorrow we have an AMA in the Future launch. Big Twitter influencers like Butcher. We are in Set Launchbot, Phoenix Holdings, Rock Free House. Big guys like Travelet and Venom Call. So yeah, as I have already said, basically all big groups. In addition to that, we also have Futureverse like Money Ninjas, who will do a quick update video, also mentioning the NFT Marketplace. And besides that, we got shilling going on and a buying competition right now where you can win for the highest contribution. So yeah, I think that answers that question very good. We have planned a lot of marketing, and we are pretty confident that this would result in a lot of traffic.
Great. Yeah, and we always say anyone listening back to the recording or in the VC call today, we can get you safely over to the official Telegram. That's all pinned in our main chat. It's in our main chat there at the bottom, and there's a link to the pre-sale link if investors want to head over there and invest in Inverse Protocol. It's been great speaking to the team, Fabian, Dennis, and Marco today. Looking forward to the future. So it's running for 7 days, the pre-sale, and then it'll launch within 24 hours, will it, Fabian?
Yes, right. It will launch on May 1st.
Okay, great. Okay, I'll finish the record and send a copy over for you to share with your investors. I think we've got spin the wheel first, two $50 prizes for everyone that joined the call today. I don't know if Acti or Ladizzle's doing that today.
Yeah, I'm getting it set up here, Glenn. Just give me a second.